Hey tribe, welcome back. This is really going to be a very interesting video. This is a video you really going to want to sit down and really listen to. And what we're really going to talk about here is we're going to go over a quote, okay? And before you go, oh my God, chat, what quote are you going to go over? I heard this quote. It's kind of like a little quote. It was kind of in a monologue of a movie, which I don't remember the movie, by the way. But the quote, what they said, exposes a lie that we've been told, okay? When we think about success, when we think about living life on our terms, living on a dream life, when we think about manifesting, it really holds us back. So, without holding you in suspense long enough, what quote am I talking about? Listen up here really quick. You see, the quote is, the truth is that we all have been lied to. And the lie is that it's not that simple. But the truth is, the real truth is, it is simple. Have you been told this? Maybe you've been taught this directly or indirectly, but somewhere along the lines, even myself, I've heard it. It's been indoctrinated into me somehow. Like that's like what I mean, like directly or indirectly. Like the big lie that we've been told is that it's not that simple. It's hard. It's hard to be an entrepreneur. Okay, you gotta do 100 times more than your competitors. No, it's hard to get in shape. It's hard to be healthy. No matter what you want, it's hard. You see, that's the lie that we've all been told. But you see, the truth is, the ultimate truth, the truth that really sets you free is what if, just think about it here for a second. What if it's simple? So in this video, we're going to kind of dig deep a little bit in this quote because I want to kind of digest, is it really this simple? When we talk about success and manifesting, when we talk about laws of the universe, is it simple? So lo and behold, let me put on my handy dandy glasses over here. We'll jump on the computer and we'll kind of go through this together, even though I look kind of like a nerd. Okay, we're on a handy dandy computer here. Now remember, the quote is, the truth is that we've all been lied to. The lie is that it's not that simple. Life isn't simple. Success isn't simple. You know, being wealthy isn't simple. Having your dream house isn't simple. Having your dream car isn't simple. Okay, being a millionaire isn't simple. You understand that? No matter what it is, giving to charities isn't simple. Raising a family isn't simple. Being the king of your family financially isn't simple. Okay, but what you have to understand is, what if, really quick here, what if the truth is really true? What if everything is simple, but we're the ones are standing in our way? We're the ones that are making it flippin' hard. You see, the big lie, listen to this for a second, the big lie, from the moment you're a kid, the world trains you to believe success is complicated. You need years of struggle. Don't you really hear that? Even in business as an entrepreneur, like, you need years of struggle until you finally succeed. But what if, listen, what if, because when you get into manifesting, laws of success, the subconscious mind, whatever you believe to be true has to happen to you or for you, meaning if you believe that you have to struggle, well, that's exactly what's going to happen to you. So let's go through these one more time really fast. The moment you're a kid, the world trains us to believe success is complicated. You need years of struggle. Only certain people make it. You must follow a long, hard path. Life is supposed to be difficult. Have you heard any of these? Probably you have, okay? Maybe you don't believe them. Maybe you don't get caught up into it, but you've heard them. Now, the big question we have to ask ourselves is, why are we told this? You know what I mean? Maybe we're not really told it to be vicious, or someone's really telling us to hold us back. Like, your parents want you to be better than them. You know what I mean? They're not really telling you things to purposely hold you back. You know what I mean? But it's being taught to us directly or indirectly. But why is it being taught? I want you to listen. See, the big why is because, listen to this, because if people believed it was simple, they wouldn't stay controllable, my friends. They wouldn't stay poor. They wouldn't stay in their place. They wouldn't settle. The lie benefits society, not the individual. Now, I'm not going to really go down a rabbit hole of conspiracy theories in this video. Okay, this video is really about success and manifesting and living life on your terms, but it's just exposing the truth. You know what I mean? Let's read that one more time. Is if people believed it was really simple, they wouldn't stay poor. They wouldn't stay in poverty. They wouldn't stay controllable. They would live life on their terms. You understand what I'm saying? Listen to the truth here. Your life changes when you change. Your identity is the switch. Your standards are the filter. Your decisions are the steering wheel of your life. Did you hear what I said? Your identity is the switch. What do I mean by identity? Identity is who are you being in every area of your life? Are you being that most successful version of you? Or are you being that current self? That current self that is poor or in scarcity thinking. Who are you being? That's the light switch of your life. That's how you change your life, my friends, is you got to be self-aware enough of being that most successful version of you and thinking and behaving, making decisions like them. This is why Neville Goddard said, it is not that complicated. It is simple. The problem is you refuse to believe the simplicity of it. But I know some of you out there saying, well, Chad, Neville Goddard didn't say, you're just paraphrasing it. But let me give you exactly what Neville Goddard said on this material. The law is simple. It is you who complicate it. It is simple, very, very simple, but you will fight the simplicity of it. Man refuses the simplicity of the law. It is simple, and because it is simple, you will not believe it. And I really love that, because when Neville Goddard really said it is simple, it really is simple, but it was so simple you will not believe it. Isn't it so true? Because it's just been ingrained in us. I don't know if we learned it in the school system, just hanging around people, and it just eventually rubbed off on us, is that we think things are harder than what it really is. But what if here in this video, what if everything is really that simple? Like when you think about the laws of the universe, of you reap what you sow, okay? What you put out has to come back. Okay, if you put out good, good has to come back. If you put out bad, negative, well, negative has to come back. But every universal law has a direct opposite. But what if it's really that simple? You put out good, good has to come back. It's simple. Okay, you reap what you sow. You reap good things, well, good things come back. You reap bad things come back. It's really that simple. And to continue on, other than Neville Goddard, listen to this. This is why Napoleon Hill said the number one cause of failure is indecision. This is why Troward taught that thought becomes form. This is why every peak performer on earth says the same thing. Success is simple. The mind makes it complicated. Did you hear that? Success is simple, but we're in our own way. Success is simple, but our mind makes it complicated. We think it has to somehow, it can't be that simple, Chad. So let's have some fun here for a second. Why do people kind of reject this truth? Okay, that's the kind of question I ask myself. If life is really this simple, why don't we understand it? Why do we want to reject it? Why do we always go back to life has to be hard? Life has to be difficult. You see, people reject this simple truth because if it's simple, there's no excuse. There's no blame. There's no story. There's no one day. If success is simple, then you are responsible. Not luck, not timing, not the universe. And you see, my friends, this is kind of where the rubber meets the road a little bit, is because, and this is where people really struggle with success and manifesting. They really struggle with the core concept of is that you are responsible. You are creating your reality. And this is a really, really hard concept for most people to understand, is because they want to argue this. They want to debate this. They want to argue and debate that, well, Chad, I don't like what's going on in my life. What do you mean I created it? You did create it. There's personal responsibility there. Remember what Neville Goddard said. What's the law of assumption here really fast? Is that whatever you assume to be true for you, you have to experience. If you assume that life has to be hard, well, life is going to be hard for you because that's what you believe to be true. If you believe that you have to struggle in life, well, you're going to struggle in life. Versus, my friends, if I believe that life is easy, well, life is going to be easy for me, okay? Because it's really coming back to what I believe to be true for me. That's the number one key you need to walk away with. Okay, but now let's kind of continue on with this. You see, if success is simple, you are responsible. It's not luck, it's not timing, it's not the universe, it's not God has a voodoo doll of you and he's poking pins in you and he's just giving you a terrible life. No. You see, most people cannot handle that level of responsibility. So they cling to struggle because struggle feels familiar. And the ultimate thing is, even when I'm in poverty neighborhoods or poor neighborhoods, the biggest thing I see, even in Thailand, the biggest thing I see is people don't take accountability or responsibility for their life. They have excuses around everything, okay? But you have to understand, if you want to jump from poverty to wealthy, you have to sit back and realize that what you're going through in your life right now, you're the cause of it. You're the cause, okay? It's because of you. You're the blame, no matter if you like it, don't like it. But the good news here, my friends, the ultimate news is you can change it. You're basically the cause, but you are the solution to your problem at the same time. Now, let's wrap up this video. I got one more thing to share with you. You see, the real power of this quote, the truth is that we all have been lied to. And the lie is that it's not that simple. But the truth is, it is simple. This is a clean identity reset, my friends. It cuts through all the noise. It pulls out of victim thinking. It forces you to see that your transformation starts the moment you decide it does. You see, that's the power that we really have. You have the power to choose. You have the power, just like the universal law, the law of being. Who are you being in every situation? That's the power that you really have. Source is inside you. God is inside you. Okay, you are endowed with God's power. Okay, that's why things are simple. That's why things are just, when you study universal laws, the laws of nature, they're exact. There's no manipulation to them. It's literally black and white. That's how simple they are. You put out good, good comes back. You put out bad, bad comes back. That's it. That's black and white. You reap what you sow. That's black and white, my friends. They're black and white laws. Every single law is black and white. Bottom line. But this is what I really want you to walk away with right here. I want you to listen to this very closely. You see, here today, live life on your terms means two things. Number one, you decide who you are. You take action and you decide who you are right now today. And number two is identity first, results second. What do I mean by that? Is identity first is meaning that you want to be that most successful version of you. And when you're that most successful version of you, results have to follow. But remember this, before we kind of end this video, is this is a universal law. It's a double-edged sword. There's direct opposites to this. So what I mean by that, when you're your most successful version of you and the results follow when you're being that most successful version of you, but it's also true when you're not being that most successful version of you. When you're being that old self, that old man, like Neville Goddard likes to say, okay, you're being that poverty and scarcity version of you. Well, results have to follow from that version of you as well. And listen, it's not teaching people to work harder. It's teaching them to return to simplicity, the simplicity that the world trained them to ignore. And tribe, as we wrap up this video, of course, I would love to hear your comments on this. Comment below, let me know your thoughts, because this is one thing that really kind of, again, there's a lot of things that holds us back, okay? We're doing multiple things. And for most of us, we're all not doing the same things. You know what I mean? But this is one of the things that it hits to the core. Okay. It really hits to the core of, law of assumption. And it's law of assumption bleeds into like all the other teachings in success, law of attraction, law of assumption, manifesting. Is whatever you assume to be true for you has to occur in your reality. That's really the law of being right there. It's not the law of assumption. It's the law of being. It's who your being has to mirror in your 3D world. Okay. This is why I said in Live Life in Your Terms, it's all about you decide who you are. And once you decide who you are, it's identity first and results second. It's not results first, then identity second. It's identity first. It's who you are being first. Then the results follow out of who you're being, my friends. But other than that, tribe, remember, I love you guys. Remember, always check out the description. We got the 30-day challenge in the description. And if you want to work with me, be part of the tribe, the link is also in the description. Other than that, remember, I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.